how's it going? Here are going to be some of the things, secrets, and details that you missed in the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC trailer on the Pokemon Presents. So let's get right into the information. We're going to be starting things off with the trailer itself. Now, some of you guys may have missed the trailer. If you haven't, I would recommend go watch it. Now, the first thing you will notice with the trailer, we're going to go through it step by step here, because there's loads of details that have been missed. So sit back, relax, and listen to what I have to say. First of all, this trailer is basically showing us the two parts of the DLC. Now, this DLC is going to be called the Treasure of Area Zero. The interesting part is that the first part of the DLC is going to be set in an area that's called Kiminotami, which I think something along those lines, Kitakami, which basically is a real-life place in Japan. And this whole region, or this whole place, is actually based on Japan itself. It's actually got a very Japanese theme to it, with famous apples here and specifically, which also could relate to the name of, one of the academies that could be found here. But either way, we continue all the way in. And what we learn here is basically that we're going to be finding these three Pokemon. These are three Pokemon that defended the village in this game. We learned this on the website. If you guys want to know more about that, stay further into the video. There's much of details that are not in the trailer that are on the website, which we're going to be breaking down. So it's basically a festival going on. And what we end up discovering is, as we go further into the trailer here, is that there is some kind of statues and celebrations for these Pokemon, and they hunt after the main Pokemon of this DLC, the one on the left here. If you guys actually look on this, you will see that you have seemingly the player character of sorts over there running with the three village Pokemon that are defending it, and then this Pokemon over here is the third one that I'll be showing you later into the video. So let's continue on. As they show that, then they also show these three Pokemon. So they show the three of them. You guys can see them. Those are three new Pokemon. We already know the names of them. We don't really know the typings, but we do know the names of these Pokemon. And in the middle, you see a fourth Pokemon, which is the one we do know the name of, and that one is got like Ogre in its name, and that's going to be the kind of villain of this game. Also, you may see in the background, we have two new characters behind the main characters here, plus the main characters have new outfits. Those two new characters, they have names, and they're in both the DLC. Now let's go into the second DLC. Now, first thing you will notice with the second DLC is that it's out in the ocean. It's out somewhere, a bit distant from Paldea as well, but closer to Paldea than the first one, because the first one, they specifically pointed out, this first DLC in Kitakami, it's in a totally different place. It's not part of Paldea, it's a different location. This right here looks to be a battle facility that's actually kind of close to Paldea. Now, this part here is really interesting. If you guys look at this right here, first of all, it seems to confirm that we're going to get Mamoswine back. And that looks like Mamoswine right there, and Geodude is on the other side too. So we might be getting Geodude and Mamoswine back. We already know there's going to be 200 and I think 230 Pokemon confirmed to be returning in the DLCs, right? So there's two DLCs, part 1, part 2. Now, this part of the map right here, you guys can see the map. What's interesting is that part of the map looks oddly similar to the real-life location of southern France. So it might be that this second DLC isn't just going to be in this one location right here, but we're actually going to go to multiple parts of it, right? It's not going to be just a singular location on this little battle facility that's, above and underwater. I think it's going to be more than that. So keep that in mind. And again, there's a bunch of references here too. Again, there's not really much being shown here. We do have a picture of like the ocean in the distance and a tree and just some grass. So not sure if that means anything, but for a fact, we know that it's not just going to be out in the ocean, as far as I can tell. It's going to be in this facility, but this facility has an above and a underground kind of location to it. And I think this may be somewhat connected to that southern France location. And then it looks like it's going to be a battle facility. So it's going to be some sort of tournament of sorts. Here are a bunch of the characters that are confirmed. We got 4 characters that are confirmed. And in the middle, we again have those two new rivals. As you guys may see, we have those two new rivals again in the middle of this image. And then, of course, the new character outfits. So those are the outfits we're going to be wearing. Now, these characters, they go to this place, and this place is called Blueberry Academy, okay? This is Blueberry Academy. So this isn't, our academy that we're used to, like UVA and whatnot. This is not that. This is a different academy. They are a different school. They're not from our school, and we're going there as kind of exchange students of sorts, right? We're going there to battle them. And interestingly, one of them is some kind of chef, one of these students. This guy looks, I don't even know what to say about him. He looks kind of like a tough guy. And again, yeah, they have like very interesting themes to them, and I really think they look sick. But again, let's continue forward, because there is more to say about this. So one of the first things is the fact that here we have the confirmations of what this DLC is called, which is going to be the Hidden Treasures of Area Zero. And here we have, like, again, these weird little, I don't know if you guys can see this. There's some weird little, like, sparkles in this, like, little circle over here of the Area Zero. It's like sparkles on it, which is really strange. wondering what that could be a reference to. And then we also have, again, the actual names of the new legendaries, or rather the new Pokemon that are going to be the legendaries in this. The first one here is a masked Pokemon, a Pokemon with a mask that's kind of hiding itself. This is going to be in the first DLC. It's going to be called the Teal Mask. That's the name of the first part of the DLC. And then you have the second one, which is the third legendary, baby. Yes, it's the third legendary we've been waiting for. This is the one that created Terastallization. It's going to be part 2, and it's going to be called the Indigo Disc, because yes, it is the Disc Pokemon. We've already known this for a while, and now we also know what it looks like. Now, the biggest issue with these games, I would say, or these DLC, is that they're releasing in the fall of 2023 is the first one, and winter. So we're getting nothing in January, which means we're not going to get any Pokemon releases for about 6 to 7 months. We're not getting anything for a long, long time, which is really weird. But that's not the only thing. There is also another fact. These games are going to cost more than usual. Now, I want to show you this, but these games are going to be, or these DLC, sorry, not games, are actually going to be $35 rather than the, I think, $30 and $25 that they used to be. So it is a more expensive DLC already. We already know that now based off of this. But yeah, so they continue on. There is some small details you guys may want to know about as well. For example, we have, of course, I should point it out, that we are going to be seeing 2 brand new Pokemon. If you guys haven't seen them, we have this one right here. This is the Suicune. It's the brand new Suicune form, right? So we're going to zoom out a little bit. You guys can see the full thing. But yes, this is a brand new Suicune. This one is going to be available right now. If you guys go download patch 1.2, I think these should be available right off the bat. I think, I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, this is going to be in Pokemon Scarlet. And then you have, of course, the Virizion form. And this one's going to be available in Pokemon Violet. These are new forms. We know the typings of them. It's going to be Grass Psychic, and this one's going to be Water Dragon. So this boy is going to be broken. But we do know about them too, so that's great. Just a little bit of further info that you guys may have not known about. And yeah, these guys are going to be coming out, I think, already. I think they should be added in the patch, and that patch 1.2 should already be available, I think. Again, don't quote me on this. There's also going to be Pokemon Go connectivity with these games. That's been confirmed. You're going to be able to send over photos from Pokemon Go to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet to receive all the different versions of Vivillon. And there's going to be a connection also with Gimmighoul and all that. And yeah, there's also going to be home connectivity coming. They didn't really confirm when that was, but it was later in early 2023. Now, early 2023 can probably be around, I would say May, most likely, because that's when they're probably doing another Pokemon Direct is around that time. So again, it's going to be a while, but at least it's not so distant that it is ridiculous. Now, you guys probably want to know a bit more about all these characters and stuff we've seen. Well, one of the first things I should mention is, like I said, we're going to be seeing 230 Pokemon returning, so that's the amount that's going to be coming back. Keep that in mind. We also have a few new Pokemon that are returning that you guys may have not, you may not know which ones they are. Well, here's a few confirmations of some of the ones that are coming back. So we're going to get this up on the screen here, just to show you which ones they are, if this can load. But yeah, we got a few things already confirmed. So for example, here we have a confirmation for a few of them that are returning. These are going to be returning in specifically the Indigo Disc. So this is going to be in part 2. You got Metagross and whatnot, Whimsicott, you got, just Esper, etc. You got a few different, Zebstrike, got a few different choices. So you guys can already see here some of the Pokemon that are going to be returning. And then you have here the ones that are going to be returning in the first part. And again, these have more, I would almost say, Japanese connections to them. If you look at the design of them, like Shiftry, Ninetales, Chimecho, whatever it's called, Melodic, versus the second ones, which are more just kind of a mixed bag, right? But yeah, so that's definitely confirmed there too. We also know there's going to be brand new outfits that are already going to be available if you pre-order the DLC. If you pre-order the DLC, these new outfits are available. They're not super crazy or anything. They're not that amazing, I'm not gonna lie, but these are already available to you if you already got your hands on these. Sorry, if you already got your hands on the DLC, because the DLC is already available to be bought. You can already buy the DLC. It's already out there. So if you want to get your hands on it, these are the outfits you will have available for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So that's one of the few things that I thought we would mention. The DLC, you can already see it if you go into the actual game. It will be down in the corner here as a downloadable content button, so you guys can see it there. Then we also have the new characters. This character, we already know the name of her. She's going to be called Carmen. Now, Carmen is going to be seemingly a new rival of sorts. She's going to be some kind of rival for us, and she's going to be in both the DLC. Unlike the last DLC where the rivals we were dealing with and stuff, they were exclusive, these ones are going to be in both of them. Now, how do we know that? Same thing with this character. This is Kiaran. Kiaran is also going to be in these DLC. And we know this because if you actually look at both the artworks, they are present in the first artwork of the Teal Mask, and they're also in the artwork of the Indigo Disc. So they are in both of those, right? They're available in both of them, which is pretty crazy. I'm not even going to lie. But yeah, those are going to be available. Those are going to be the new characters that we're going to be dealing with. We also have this new Pokemon. This is Ogerpon. So this is going to be probably the villain Pokemon in the first DLC, which is the Pokemon that those legendaries are hunting after. Now, what you will notice about this Pokemon is that it seemingly has terrestrialization on it as well. And I think we can kind of guess its typing based on this terrestrialization here. I'm guessing it's going to be a grass, possibly psychic type, something like that, or grass dark type. But it has a little terrestrial crystal stuff on it, what it seems to look like to me at least, on its body. So it could be this Pokemon is in some way related to, again, the terrestrialization stuff, which makes sense with the Area Zero. Then we have another new Pokemon, which is this monkey Pokemon called Monkey Dory. This is going to be one of the Pokemon that I mentioned earlier. It's kind of a special Pokemon that's kind of the village protector. We also have this one right here, which is called Okie Dog. This one, same thing, is going to be one of the village protectors and the coolest one in my opinion, which for some reason I don't have a picture of. But we do have the bird as well, which you guys may have seen already. I kind of showed you. If you look at the artwork right here, the artwork right here actually features it. There's the bird right there. So we already know that bird as well. I can't seem to find the artwork of it though, unfortunately, but it is in there. And I do think some people have tweeted it out. So you guys can probably find it on there. We can actually probably go and check Poke Jungle. Because Poke Jungle should have it. They actually tweeted out all this stuff, which is great. So you guys can check out these accounts. They tweet out all these things. But yeah, if we go right here and we scroll, I think we might be able to see it. Here it is. Let me see. So there it is. So it's this one. It's called Pheasantipity. So it's, I guess, a pheasant of sorts. And that's that. So there's not really much else to say about these. We now know what they look like. We don't really know the typings of them as of yet. But that's pretty much all we know about them. Then, of course, there is Terrapagos. That's the name of the third legendary. And it's literally got all the typings on it. It's got all the freaking typings on it. Look, it's got all the freaking typings on it. And I guess the normal typing on the top here, which is interesting, or something along those lines. But yeah, it's all the typings on it. It looks pretty cute. I'm not gonna lie, its eyes look pretty cute. And this is the legendary that creates all the terrestrialization, which is nuts. So you got that. We also have, of course, the Kieran and the characters. We have the official artworks of the characters as well. These are going to be the Indigo disc. This is going to be what our outfits look like if you're the female, or if you are the male. They look freaking cool, I'm not even going to lie. And these are going to be the outfits for the protagonists in the teal mask. So this is what they will look like as well, which again, pretty freaking sick, not even going to lie. And then, of course, we have the artworks, which you guys have already seen a few times. And again, there is not many details in specific here, but this looks like a battle facility of some kind, but there's going to be more to it most likely. And of course, then we have this one, which is going to be kind of a Japanese style game. And we also have, again, like an interesting logo up here, kind of a green looking logo. And there is a reference to apples in this specific region. And then, of course, we have the Walking Wake and Iron Leaves. So Walking Wake, of course, is Suicune. And, the Iron Leaves is, of course, Virizion. And, yeah, we already have in-game footage of them and stuff. So if you guys want to look further into that, you can do that. But, yeah, Update 1.2 is out. So go get your hands on that if you haven't already. But there is still more. And that's the crazy part. If you guys actually go onto the Japanese website, they have an explanation for the different locations. So here's actually the explanation. A historic festival and a forest school. So we're going to a forest school, most likely called Manzana Academy. Manzana in specifically Spanish means apple. And we already had a reference to Manzana in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. When you do the Elite Four challenge, you're asked the question, which academy do you go to? And Manzana Academy is included, which doesn't actually exist. And if you look at the trailer, if you go back to the trailer here, you will notice at the beginning that they specifically make an emphasis of showing these apples. See, there's apples referenced. And there's a reference also in the text right here where it says, in part 1, which is, of course, going to be, well, I forgot the name of it now, but the first part, okay, the mask one, the main character is selected as a member of Rinkan Gakko, which is held jointly with other schools every year, and heads for the Kitakami no Sato region, I guess. In Kitakami no Sato, a large mountain rises, okay, and people live at the foot of the mountain, with rice fields and apple orchards. Again, there it is. Rice fields and apple orchards. Interesting apple reference. It has a tranquil nature that is different from the Paldea region, so it's more calm. In Kitakami no Sato, a festival is held in the village at this time of year, and it seems to be crowded with various stalls. The main character will meet new friends and Pokemon and unravel the old tales of the Kitakami village. So there you go, that's one of the first things. Then we also have the second one, which is, you're going to be studying as an exchange student at the Blueberry Academy. So yes, the second one is called Blueberry Academy, and where Pokemon battles are popular. So this is going to be a battle facility of sorts. In part 2, Aino Enban, the main character goes to study at the Blueberry Academy, a sister school of the academy that you go to. So yes, it's a sister academy, fair enough. Which also is interesting because we got, we got kind of Scarlet and Violet and then Blueberry. Weird. As an exchange student, unlike the Academy, which has a long history, Blueberry Academy is a newly established school that focuses specifically on Pokemon battle education. It is possible, I'm just saying, that Nimona, her parents might have been the ones who created this location. Surprisingly, most of the school is actually under the sea. The main character participates in classes, interacts with local students, and experiences life at an unusual school. So we'll see if this is going to take us anywhere outside of this place, but we'll have to wait and see. Again, there's some possible references to that, but nothing is 100% confirmed. Then, of course, we have the brand new Pokemon. So, introducing the legendary Pokemon you can meet in Zero Treasure. In Part 1, you will meet Orgapon wearing a scary mask. And in Part 2, Terpagos with glittering aura, it appears. Fair enough. There's not really much else about them beyond that. And then it says the heroes of Kitakami no Sato. So Mashimari and Kichigisu. So Pokemon, all these Pokemon also appear in Part 1. They are loved by the villagers as heroes who protected the village of Kitakami in the past. And there is a stone statue built in gratitude of these 3 Pokemon. So these will be relevant to the story. And then, of course, familiar Pokemon are going to be returning. So these will be showing up. And, of course, you can trade them in from Pokemon Home. But these will be showing up in the DLC itself. So all these that you see right here and plus another, 230 in total, right? 230 Pokemon are returning, which is great. It's not a massive amount or anything, but I will take anything at this point. Then, of course, we have the new characters. So first up, we have Carmen, which we already mentioned. Now, if you look here, it says that she's a sibling. So I guess Carmen and Kieran, they're siblings who will appear throughout Part 1 and Part 2 and are from the Kitikama village and attend Blueberry Academy. The older sister, and she basically, I guess this character, Carmen, is strong-willed, and although she has a bit of a selfish side, she is clumsy but cares about her younger brother. She seems to have a cold attitude towards people who come from other regions. Wow, that's a bit effed up. Then we, of course, have the other character here, which is her brother. And it says here, the siblings who are going to be appearing throughout both of the versions are from Kitakami Village, attend the academy. He's the younger brother, and he has a gentle personality and often hides behind his sister's back. It seems that the protagonist who came from, Paldea region is concerned about this. Okay, fair enough. Or they concern him. I guess he's scared of them too. Then we have, of course, also, our main characters and the new outfits. So in Part 1, the main character takes part in an unusual festival held in the village of Jinbei. And in Part 2, you're going to be wearing the uniform of the Blueberry Academy as an international student and enjoy student life at a new school. So yes, again, it's international, right? Even the colors match the French flag, which is kind of interesting if you actually look at it. The colors of the character actually match the French flag, which is interesting. And they say that it's international, which means we're not in the Paldea region when we go there. We're going somewhere else, which is interesting. I must say, it is very intriguing. If you go on here, they have some further stuff. For example, you guys can go right now and you can actually get your hands on there's a special Zoroark that you can get your hands on, and you get this if you purchase the DLC early. And of course, there is just, further details about how to, actually purchase the products and all that. But other than that, I think we've gone through any and all the information that is relevant and important. I don't think we really missed much. We've covered all that info. And again, like I said, the actual real life location of Kitakami Prefecture is or not prefecture, but the location, it's part of the Iwate Prefecture. So it is an actual place. And it is kind of located up here in Japan, in this location, which is close to Hokkaido. So yeah, pretty cool. Nonetheless, I think it's worthwhile mentioning. We have loads of stuff coming our way in this DLC. It's going to be an interesting DLC because we still don't know what is fully in there. Now, let's go for the final thing. Now, I covered this leak a few days back, and this, interestingly enough, seems to possibly be, well, actually, it is a real leak. It was a legitimate leak, because here's what it said. I actually covered this a few days ago, but it says, I'm a programmer at a Pokemon outsourcing company. My English is very poor, so I used the machine translation to complete this post. The theme of the DLC is Hidden Treasure of Area Zero. That is 100% correct, and Hexagon. That wasn't in there. Version 1.2.0 includes dressable clothes as rewards for DLC purchasers. That is also true. We'll include Unemironami and Tetsuno Saya, which actually are, I guess, the Japanese names of the Paradox Pokemon. These are Paradox Suicune and Paradox Virizion. The first one is going to be Water Dragon, confirmed, and the second one is Grass Esper, or Psychic, which is also confirmed. A mystery Pokemon with the green mask. Well, guess what? We have that too. That's confirmed too. And guess what else? Special terrestrial appearances, which I don't know if we've really seen that. The third legendary Pokemon is a large blue turtle, which, yes, that is true. Let's see if we can find an image of it. There it is. It is confirmed. Yes, it's a blue giant turtle. And of course, he says also that they're working on graphic enhancement patches for the new Nintendo Switch models, which implies there might be a brand new Switch model coming, like a brand new Switch. That is massive. That apparently will release alongside the second DLC, which is crazy if true. That means that this person here literally confirmed that we're going to get a second DLC, which is crazy. But yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, I don't think I've missed much. I don't think we've kind of, you know, skipped over anything. Everything that was in the trailer, we've kind of gone over. The actual English website, I don't think has yet to properly update with everything, but I think now we actually do have it. So let's see what it says here. DLC. Let's see what it's all about. Let's see if we missed any information. So the Hidden Treasures of Area Zero is coming. Of course, the Teal Mask. Step out of the Paldea region as you take a school trip to the land of Kitakami. There you'll meet new people and Pokemon while unraveling the mystery behind the area's folk tales. The Teal Mask is slated for a release in fall 2023, so probably August or something. And the release date is subject to change, which is interesting that they say that. It is subject to change. Then they say the story continues as you become an exchange student and visit the Blueberry Academy. Most of this unusual school is located under the ocean, and its curriculum emphasizes Pokemon battling. The Indigo disc is slated for release in winter 2023. Release date is also subject to change. Then we also have Okidogi, Monkidori, and Pheasantipede, which is complicated names. In Teal Mask, you'll meet these heroes of Kitakami, a trio of Pokemon who protected the land in the past, and they're going to show up again. Familiar Pokemon are returning. 230 familiar Pokemon are going to come back, and if you purchase it right now, you'll get both parts of this expanded adventure when you purchase the Hidden Treasure of Area Zero, and for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, you also receive new uniform sets, which contains apparel items you can use immediately in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, the games. Plus, if you purchase the Hidden Zero DLC, you'll be able to get a Hisuian Zoroark that knows an unusual move in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Make your purchase by Tuesday, October 31st, 2023, and you'll be giving a serial code for this special gift. So there it is. These are available right now already on the pages, I guess, if you want to go and do that, if you want to go pre-order it. Like I said, it's up to you. I'm not going to tell you if you should or shouldn't. But yeah, there is a lot to be said about these because they even give a breakdown here too. In part 1, you'll be chosen as a student to take part in a school trip that is held each year in collaboration with another school. It will take you to the land of Kitakami. A great mountain towers over the land of Kitakami, and the people live at its base. It is a place of tranquil natural expanses featuring rice paddies and apple orchards, and a new and different experience compared to the Paldea region. Your trip seems to coincide with a festival regularly held in the village of Kitakami during this season. So the village is bustling with various street vendors and stalls. You'll meet new friends and Pokemon as you unravel the mysteries behind the folk tales that have been passed down in this land. And then studying abroad in the Blueberry Academy, where Pokemon battling flourishes. In part 2, the Indigo Disc, you'll travel to an academy sister school. The Blueberry Academy is an exchange student. Unlike your academy, with its long and storied history, Blueberry is a new school that's recently established, and its curriculum puts a particular emphasis on Pokemon battles. Most surprising of all is the fact that most of the school's building is located under the ocean. I wonder what that under the ocean location is going to look like. Is it actually going to be places we can run around to, like actual physical locations? Because again, it's weird that they show off in the trailer. It's weird that they actually show off this specific image right here, because it looks like land. It looks like land up here. So I wonder if that has any connection. Because how would we catch all those Pokemon? Would we do it inside the facility? If so, is the facility what we see right here? Is this the facility? Is there like a desert in there? Is there like inside the facility on the bottom? Is it like a whole world, right? Like a whole world with the rivers and lakes and forests and mountains and deserts and everything? Because that's kind of what I'm getting from this, unless this is like, a picture of Paldea itself, which I don't think it is, because this place it's an international place. It's further away. So yeah, either way, ladies and gentlemen, that pretty much puts it to rest with this video. I don't think there's really much else I can mention. I think we've gone through everything that we had to say. I don't think the English website has much else that we haven't already seen, on the Japanese one. I think we've pretty much gone through everything. But yeah, thank you all for watching though, lads. I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for watching. And yeah, we'll be seeing you guys very soon again for another video. Yeah, thank you all for watching. Peace out and bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great day.